हाँ जी कर दो।
Ashok sir, should we start? Dear students, our today's master, Dr. Ashok Kumar, is having some issue related to internet. Good evening, Dheeraj. Good evening, Shubham ji. Good evening, my dear students. Our today's session is going to be delivered by Dr. Ashok Kumar, Head of School of Computer Applications, Lovely Professional University. Sir is going to enlighten us on the topic unveiling the power of artificial intelligence, which is the buzzword today, I would say. So it is going to be very interesting topic. It is our continuous endeavor, students. We want to know more and more about new things in life, and we want to bring that thing into your knowledge also. So keeping our that tradition in mind, today we had invited our master, Professor Ashok Kumar ji, for delivering a lecture. Let me check with sir regarding connectivity issue so that we can start the today's master class. Ashok sir?
Just give me 1 minute, sir.
Yeah,
The
sure, sir, sure.
technical personnel has arrived,
Right, sir,
so
right, sir.
probably he will fix the problem in 1 to 2 minutes.
No issue, sir. Yes, Mantu Kumar ji, the artificial intelligence, frankly speaking, is not for only BCA and MCA. Now it is touching each and every life. In our day-to-day life, if we talk about, we all are having an impact of artificial intelligence. Nowadays, we had started learning, getting more inputs on artificial intelligence, but I would say it is going to be for the longer term also with us. Not us only, I would say, our future generations are going to see much more impact of AI generation on all of us. As there is some time for us. Yeah, Ayush, the campus life is in LPU, I would say it is a buzzing life in LPU. When you are having around 30,000 students or more than 30,000 students, they are roaming here and there, they are attending the classes, attending the labs. So it is going to be very lively. Specifically, if I talk about in the evenings, there are many kind of events going on under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare. Students are performing, students are participating in plays. So all the activities are going on. In this week only, we got the news that lovely Professional University has won the Inter University Youth Festival, all India level. This is the in the history of LPU. This is the first time it has happened, and very prestigious trophy what LPU has won. And frankly speaking, I would say that any student of online education and distance education, you all are welcome to LPU. It is your university. Anytime you wish to visit, you can come. We are providing equal opportunities as our regular students are getting. Maybe into extracurricular activities, maybe into sports, in any kind of events, you are getting the same participation. Yes, undoubtedly, it is a very, very nice experience that I can vouch for because as we are into the university and we are interacting with the students also, it is very, very enriching experience. Not for students only, for us also. We also learn from you people. And frankly speaking, students, the more interesting fact, if I talk about college, the campus life is if you are having the students of more than 50 nationalities with you, that makes your teaching experience more rewarding. And that is not in the case of only, I would say, these classes, your regular classes. Even in online education, if I talk about, we are having students of 13 nationalities enrolled with LPU online. Welcome you, sir. You are on mute button, sir.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah. Now you are very much audible, sir. Should we start the session, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So we start with our today's proceedings. First of all, I would like to welcome our today's master, Professor Ashok Kumar ji, in LP online masterclass. This is the first interaction our students are going to have with Professor Ashok Kumar. Sir, we are in fact, I would say I would continuously chasing sir for giving time for us from his busy schedule. Dr. Ashok Kumar is currently working as professor and head of school in computer applications, Lovely Professional University. Sir has done his MTech from Punjabi University, Patiala, and PhD from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Thapar University, Patiala. Sir is having a rich experience of 20 years of teaching and research, in which Ashok sir has filed 20 patents, out of which 6 patents have already been granted. And sir has published several research papers in the journals of international repute and conferences of the repute. His current areas of research include cloud computing, fog computing, edge computing, IoT, as well as machine learning. Further, he is supervising 4 PhD scholars. His teaching interest includes Python, Haskell, Java, C++, advanced data structures, and data mining. On our request, Sir has spared his valuable time for our students of LPU distance and online education. It's privilege, sir, that you had spare time for us. And now, not taking much of the time between our students and our today's master, Professor Ashok Kumar ji, I hand over the baton to Ashok sir. Sir,
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Let me share my screen with
yeah, you
the
are having the right,
participants.
sir?
Yes, I have the rights.
Okay.
Is my screen visible to you
Yeah,
all?
very much, sir. Very much, sir. You can make it full screen. Yes.
I hope it is fine now. I hope I am
Now,
clearly audible to all the participants. Yes. Can
yes, sir.
anyone respond? Am I clearly audible to you?
Students are also responding, sir.
Okay,
You are very much
fine,
audible.
fine. First of all, a very good afternoon to you all uh, in the today's session. As you all know, the today's session is on unveiling the power of artificial intelligence. So, in the today's session, we will discuss about what artificial intelligence is in brief, and then after we'll discuss about some of the applications of AI in various fields. Although it will not be possible to touch the applications of AI in all the fields because AI has application in almost each and every field, but I have taken some of the applications which are very important and through which we can learn something. So let's start with the session. First, what is AI? AI is basically the simulation of human intelligence in machines. So the purpose of AI is to imbibe human intelligence into the machine so that the machine can think and learn like human beings. It should have feelings. It should learn with experience. So, for that, we use artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a cutting edge technology, and through which we enable the machine to simulate human intelligence. Jumping to the various application because AI is a very vast field, so it cannot be completed in one lecture, but we will try to cover most of its applications in the today's session. Now, first application that I am taking is that is related to the education. And the very first application is personalized learning. So AI powered adaptive learning platforms such as Dreambox and Newton. This uses machine learning algorithms. Let me give you the brief description of machine learning algorithms. Machine learning algorithms are the algorithm which help us to train the machine, right? For example, if we, let's say, give different kind of objects to the machine, if the machine is capable of differentiating between those items or objects, that in that case we will say that the machine is trained, right? And the algo or the process, step by step process that we adapt to train the machine to identify between the different objects, those algorithm or step by step procedures are called machine learning algorithms. Maybe you might have learned about machine learning algorithm. I will name just the categories of machine learning. One is supervised machine learning, other is unsupervised machine learning, and the third category is reinforcement based machine learning. So these two tools, Dreambox and Newton, these are AI powered and based on the machine learning algorithm, they basically learn from the students, the student strength, the weaknesses, and their learning style. So every machine has to be trained based on some data. So in this case also this Dreambox and Newton are trained based on the strengths, weaknesses, learning styles of the students. And what will be the benefit? The benefit will be the adaptive learning based on the student weaknesses, based on the student's strengths. In a particular topic, the machine automatically selects the problems and throw to you. So as per the technical skills, as per the of the learning rate of the student, the machine gives the problems to the student to solve. And based on the problem the student has solved, it keeps on training itself. So the main benefit is every student can receive the personalized instructions, right? So that is not possible in case of a physical tutor, because physical tutor can focus on some certain group of students. But with this AI tool, every student will get personalized attention, and according to his learning rate, the machine enable the students to learn more. I'll give you one example how it works with some graphics also in the coming slides. Another is the intelligent tutoring system. So one more term is there that is used in this slide, that is natural language processing. So we will discuss this these three words in brief also, because natural language processing is also a very vast topic, but I'll give you the idea. Just in natural language processing is a kind of computational technique through which we process the natural language. Means if someone has uh, filled a form in hand, right, the written form, and you want to convert that form that is written by a person in his own handwriting, that can be converted to the Excel sheet or computerized form. So that is the example of natural language processing. Another example is like Siri is there in Apple, and then Alexa is there. So whatever you speak to the Siri, it obeys your order, process the natural language, the voice, the sound signal, and based on what you have asked from the Siri or Alexa, it does the work. So that comes under natural language processing. It can be the processing of sound signals. It can be the processing of textual matter. When you write something with the pen, it automatically gets converted to the text. Like with the help of Apple Pencil, if you write something on the notepad, it can get converted into textual information automatically, right? So that is the advantage of intelligent tutoring system in case of natural language processing. What it does is, again, it provides interactive and personalized tutoring to the students. Some tools are there. One is Carnegie Learning Cognitive Tutor. It adapts to itself, as I discussed with you in the last slide, based on student responses and performance. Whatever will be the student performance and response, it automatically adjusts itself, right? So to provide the better tutoring, better teaching to the student. Now, another example is there. One more tool was developed by the IBM, that is Watson Tutor. It also employs AI to answer the student questions. So whatever question will you will ask to the IBM Watson Tutor, it will process it using the natural language processing, right? And then after the processing, semantically analyzing that and identifying the meaning what you have asked, it gives you the answer. How it works? There is one slide to make the idea more clear. Now see, in this diagram, there is a intelligent tutoring system. This is AI powered, right? And there is a curriculum. So curriculum, I can take the example of, let's say, C++ or Java, right? That curriculum is there. The kind of topics are there, and subtopics are there in that. That is represented in the form of some computer knowledge representation. Now this intelligent tutoring system generates the problem for the student, right? This is a problem generator module, and that problem is this problem is generated, that is the present problem over here, and this problem is presented to the student to solve. Now what the student does is, student on his system, on his laptop, or on his tab solves that solution, that is the student solution, and submit it, right? As you are attempting questions online, you are very much aware of that. So when you submit the solution is compared with the actual solution. So this is the comparer module. What it does, it compares the actual solution of the problem with the solution submitted by the student. So based on the comparison, it generates the feedback. So this is the feedback, what kind of errors the students has committed, right? And based on that, the system updates it, right? Whatever problems the student committed, and based on that, the student account is updated. This intelligent tutoring system keep records of each and every student. Just like when you appear for the exam, you have to log into your account using your registration number. In the same way, in the intelligent tutoring system, you have to log into the system using your unique ID. So whatever problem you have solved and whatever errors you have committed in that solution, it is compared with the actual solution, and then it updates the student knowledge in its own database. So this line shows that it is updating itself, and the next time when you will get a problem, it will consider what kind of errors you already committed in the solution that you have given for a particular problem. Now for this, many modules are required, and as I have already discussed with you, uh, going into the tail will not be possible, because on every topic there is a book. On artificial intelligence there is one book, on natural language processing that is another very vast topic. So we are just trying to understand the basic idea behind the artificial intelligence and how it is helping us. So for that, we need to represent the curriculum, present the knowledge also. At the end of this session, if Sir allows, can I ask the questions in between from the participants? Ajay sir? Okay.
Yes.
Right. So there are three important things related to which I would like to ask from the participants to for the better understanding of what we are discussing in this session. There are three terms. One is data, other is information, and third is knowledge. Can can you give me the difference between these two in these three terms in the chat box? I'm waiting for your response, and then after 1 minute we'll start again. You just write down the difference between knowledge, or what knowledge is actually according to you, what is information and what is data, very in very brief. And if I change the question, just write the what is knowledge only. What is knowledge, right? You start writing, you have just 2 minutes. Give me the responses. Just write in the chat box. Yes, very good, very good. Some are responding. Great. Others are also requested to give the response. Okay. Right. So some of you have given the response. I asked the question, what is knowledge? Right? So we will differentiate between these three terms, and then we will proceed further to discuss about the next application or next slide that is there. Now see, if we talk about data, most of you have given the correct answer. Raw facts and figures. That is the data. Information, it is processed form of data. Knowledge is also processed form of data, but there is some difference. What is that? If I talk about date of birth, it is data, right? It's a raw data. But if I ask you about your age, that is information, processed form of data from sorry, from date of birth. You can evaluate age of any person. So age is a information, right? And date of birth is your data. You can't say that age is data, it's information, because you have evaluated it from date of birth. Now the third, knowledge. Now if I give you the data and ask you how many employees of the university are rich, and the condition of rich is if they have income above, let's say, 12 lakhs per annum, we will consider those person as rich persons. Now data is there with you, right? The ID of the employee, name, his date of birth, his mobile number, contact information, his salary, that is there with you. That is data. But from data, you are gathering some knowledge. And knowledge is how many percentage of the student, of the faculty members of the university are rich. So I hope you got the point. What is knowledge and what is information and what is data. Now see, if if you if you talk about artificial intelligence, the data is heart of the artificial intelligence system, any artificial intelligence system. It works on data only. So whatever problems it will give to you over here, it will generate the problem or it will record the response. So it is training itself from the feedback, from the data, right? So the data is very, very important, and we will talk about it in more examples also. Now, another case where AI plays a very important role is student support and counseling. Now, see, there are AI chatbots and virtual assistants that help you in counseling, in demand support, on demand supports they will provide you. And one example is the Georgia State University developed a PONS chatbot that assists the student in registration process, their queries related to financial aids, academically advising them, right? And all these are happening with the help of natural language processing. You will ask the question to them in the form of a textual information or data. We'll put the question to the chatbot and chatbot will respond to you after processing it. And another example is the VBot. And this VBot is basically AI powered mental health chatbot. It offers you cognitive behavior therapy techniques. If a person is suffering from anxiety, if person is suffering from stress, if person is suffering from depression, and you need some session to come out of that situation, you can take the help of VBot. It will help you to come out of that situation. And in every organization, a big organization, one counselor is there that is counseling the students in if the student is suffering from some stress or anxiety or depression. But they are available from 9 to 5. This VBot AI powered mental health chatbot will be available 24 by 7 to help the students, to help the persons who are suffering from this. So this is the very important role where the AI is playing nowadays in our lives. Now the next is humanoid robots. I hope you have heard about these. Many are there, many humanoid robots are there, but I am giving you just the example of two. One is Nio, other is Pamper. These basically engage the students in interactive learning. The student can interact. I'll show you the video also. Student can interact with these robots, humanoid robots, and based on what you have asked from them, based on your facial expressions and applying the natural language processing, they provides you a personalized assistance. in 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 subjects also, like mathematics or in speaking skills or in coding. They help you. Now let me show you these two. This is now, right? And one video is there. You just see the video and we will discuss about it later. And that is about paper. It's very small. Its weight is around 28 kg. Now see how the people are interacting with this robot. Now see, I'll show you another video related to the paper. It's more elaborative. Sorry. So it can process the visual signals also. See, there are cameras installed in the paper's eyes. It captures the video signals and then processes it. It can change its direction if some obstacle is there in front of it. When it is moving, if it finds any obstacle in the way, it changes its direction automatically. See, the person is interacting with him, although uh, the voice is not there. So you will be finding it difficult to understand. See, the robot is looking into the eyes of the person. It is detecting where the person's face is. And then, just like the human beings, putting eyes into eyes and talking with the person. It is asking for the person to shake hand with him. You can see it will shake hand with the person. See, it has raised his hand for handshaking. Going on a walk with the person. One more interesting point to show you. That's why I am showing you the complete video. Pepper in a meeting, interacting with the different persons. Bowing his head in respect. One important thing I want to show you that will come soon. It can dance. If you play a music, it automatically start dancing. And if you ask for a hug, it will open its arm to hug you. See, it's using gestures also, just like the human being. They are using different hand gestures when they are talking. So they are taking the selfie. See, in a meeting, because there is a music at the back, so the pepper has started dancing. See, it's hugging because someone has asked the pepper for a hug. Shall I move it forward a bit? Just I want to show you one thing. So see, just like the human being, it is talking with a person. The person is asking the questions from the paper and it is responding. And even doing the gestures also, just like the human beings. Let me quickly forward it. I want to just show you one more thing. Now here you notice, see the person will play the music on his system and the pepper will start dancing. See, the person has played the music on his system and the pepper has started dancing on the beats. And at the end of this video, even the pepper will kiss that person. See, the pepper is asking for a hug just like human being and it is kissing that person. So that is what we discussed in the very first slide, that artificial intelligence is basically training the machines to think and behave like human beings. Now, another example that is related to farming. Nowadays, artificial intelligence is playing a pivotal role in farming. We are using AI based drones, satellite imagery, IoT sensors for better production. What we are doing through AI is we are capturing the soil conditions. We are capturing the moisture level. We capture the temperature. We basically use the weather conditions, weather patterns, and based on the data, the AI is helping us for better yield produce. And with this, what we are doing is, if a particular part of the field is affected with pests, then only the AI will detect that part, that this part is affected by the pests, and based on the detection, the pesticides are sprayed on that part of the field only. So this basically help us in maintaining the environment also, because if you are blindly spraying the pesticides without determining which part of the field is more affected by the pest attack and which part of the field is lesser affected by it, so that will harm our environment also. So we are spraying the pesticides based on the decision that is taken by the AI. Now see what other role AI is playing. So in this form, the robot is plucking the grapes, bunch of grapes. So I'm playing this video also, and then we will discuss more about it. How are you able to hear the sound also in this video? You see, on this part, it is showing us. Let us play then I'll discuss with you. Now see, in this part, what we have seen is, let me keep it here. Now see, this robot, what it is doing, with the help of video signals, there is a camera installed in this. It is taking the pictures of the field and detecting where the bunch of grapes are. So it is detecting where the grapes are. This shows, this part of the image shows that it has detected the grapes, bunch of grapes somewhere. Then it stops at that particular location and uses the robotic arm to pluck that bunch of grapes. So this is also happening with the help of AI. So see, just like the human beings, by looking at a mango tree, right, you can identify that which mango is ripe now and it can be eaten, and which one is raw, based on its texture, based on its color. So in the same way, this machine is trained using some data, right? It's given some data that this is the picture of bunch of grapes. It is trained based on the data, and then it takes the decision whenever it moves in a field. It takes the video of the field and identifies where the bunch of grapes are, and then plucks those bunches and put those bunches in the basket. So looking at this, it's a very complex task because many processes are involved in it, and using those processes, we learn these processes in through different subjects, as I have already discussed with you. The first one is the machine learning, that is part of or subset of AI, we can say. And then natural language processing is there, that also is used, but in this scenario it's not used. In this scenario, the image processing is used over here because it captures the images. Now the next is the crop monitoring and management. This is another challenge in front of us. in front of the human beings. Crop monitoring and management is a very tedious job. Now, why I'm saying it is very tedious? Because you have to continuously monitor the crop growth, detect diseases. Now, with the help of AI, you can detect the disease in advance, right? So the plant is not suffering from the disease, but it is expected that it may get affected based on some symptoms that the human eye is not able to detect. Using the AI system, using the image processing, we become able to detect in advance that this plant is going to be affected from this particular disease. We can assess the plant health using computer vision. Now, again, I'll just explain this term in brief. Computer vision. Again, it's a complete course, complete subject. Computer vision is you are basically capturing the image, you are capturing the video, and that from that image, that video, we are trying to identify something. For example, in the surveillance cameras that we have installed at home, those cameras can detect the movement in the night. If it detects any movement, it gives the owner an alert on his mobile. So it is just detecting that some movement is there. And same in the case of defense, also with the help of cameras, you can detect the movement of the your opponents. You can detect their uh, vehicles as well, or their movements. Those that movement can be detected. So there are two tools that are there. One is Tranis, other is Blue River, right? Using this technology and using AI-driven image recognition algorithm, we can identify weeds in the field. That is another challenge because when we basically bow the seeds and give water to the field, weeds also grow with the main crop, and the farmers need to remove the weeds from the field. And if the weed is removed manually, it takes a lot of time. Now the AI helps over here. It automatically detects the weed, differentiate between the main crops and the weeds, and remove those weeds from the fields. With the AI, we can detect pests also, whether the field is attacked by the pests or not. We can detect the nutrient deficiencies in the crops by just capturing their image, using AI, using computer vision. From their image, you can detect the nutrient deficiencies in the crops so that a particular kind of fertilizer can be used. So this will help the farmers to improve the production, and this will help the farmers to take timely actions and prevent the field yield loss. Some platforms are there. One is Prospera, other is Arable. These use IoT sensors and AI analytics. Now, IoT sensors, I hope you know this term, Internet of Things. So this uses some kind of sensors to check the temperature, to check the humidity, to check the moisture level of the soil, and many more factors. And based on those data that is collected by the a IoT sensor, we perform some kind of processing on the data that is called analytics. We analyze the data, and based on the analysis of the data, we take the actions, or it suggests the action that should be taken. Now, another example is there, that is predicting analytics and forecasting. Forecasting, you know very well. Nowadays, Google give you the weather forecast. Also, we are predicting whether the tomorrow will rain or not, or day after tomorrow will rain or not. In the same way, we can predict pest outbreaks also, whether the field will be affected by pests or not in the time to come. So if you are able to predict in advance that this field is going to be affected or attacked by the pests, you can take the preventive actions. So using this analytics, it helped the farmers in taking different decisions, like planting schedule, when a particular crop should be planted, harvesting time, and this will in turn maximize the profit of the farmer and reduce the risks also. Now, coming to another thing, that is autonomous farming equipment. Some equipment, some robots are there that help the automated farming. Planting can be automated, harvesting can be automated, weeding can be automated, right? So these are the main tasks that are related to farming. These all can be automated with the help of AI. One robot is there that is developed by India, that is Sakura One. It helps in all these three categories. These are mentioned over here. It helps in seeding, it helps in weeding, it helps in spraying pesticides also. What it uses? Just the computer vision. It captures the images of the fields, decides from the texture of the field whether it is affected by the pests or not. Based on that, it spray the pesticides. Capturing the image, it differentiate between the main crops and the weeds and remove the weeds from the field. So all these things are automated with the help of Skura One, and that is developed by India. Now, I hope you have heard about the medical images also. Medical imaging helping us to detect disease in human beings. From X-rays, you can determine whether the person is suffering from TB or not. With much accuracy. If that X-ray is read by a doctor, he might not be able to detect the disease with that much accuracy. But with artificial intelligence, the disease can be detected with better accuracy. So disease can be diagnosed, and even if the person or the patient is under treatment, how the person is improving, how the patient is improving, that also can be determined. So treatment response can also be assessed with the help of medical imaging. You capture his images, X-rays, MRIs or CT scans, and with the help of those, you can assess that whether the treatment that is being given to him is good or not, or improving the patient health or not. So the main two advantages of medical images are diagnostic accuracy. That is very, very much important. If one comes to know that with accuracy that I am going to be affected by diabetic soon, so he can take the preventive actions. And it reduces the interpretation times. Interpretation time can be reduced. Looking at the X-rays or MRI scan or CT scan, it can quickly come to the conclusion from which disease the person is affected from. So that is the another benefit. Now, one more is remote patient monitoring. We can remotely monitor the patient. One need not have to take the patient to the hospital. The hospital can be, the patient can be at the home, but the patient may be monitored by a doctor that is staying or that is at around 100 kilometer or 200 kilometer away from the patient. Now for that, wearable sensors are used, wearable devices are used, which can be weared, right? Even nowadays, there are some sensor which are sticker based sensor. You can paste them uh, just like any with the adhesive tape. It can be pasted on the body and it gives you the signal, right? I hope you know about the sensors that are there in the watch also. Same like that, the the sensor can be pasted on the body also. Some such kind of sensors are also available. So those sensors are called body sensors, and the network that is formed by those sensors is called body area network, BAN. Now these sensors continuously monitor the patient health. What it monitors? It monitors the heart rate, it monitors the blood pressure, it monitors the glucose level in real time. In real time means it is continuously monitoring the various parameters and sending those parameters to a remote location through internet. And at the remote location, those vitals are being analyzed, and based on the analysis, the doctor gives his prescriptions, or the doctor keeps the patient under observation using that. I'll give you one more slide on that. Now see how it is happening. We will quickly uh, try to understand through this diagram. Now see, there are some sensors that are being used by the person, right? On arm, he's using one sensor, and on leg, he's using one sensor. And the sensors are accelerometer sensor is there, then gyroscope is there. Gyroscope basically measures the angular rotation or angular velocity. Accelerator, accelerometer move basically detects the motion. So these kind of signals you get from these sensors, and this data is these signals are then basically used. The feature extraction is performed on them, and then after the classification algorithms are applied. These are basically the machine learning algorithms, and based on that, we become able to determine that the person is walking or jogging or running or ascending or descending a slope, right? So your watch is giving that information. Nowadays, smart watches are having this kind of capabilities which can tell you whether the person is walking or he's running or he's sleeping. or even with the help of these you can monitor the joint movement also. So uh, this is the brief thing, and this one database is there, as I have already talked to you, that the heart of all the AI systems is main the database, the data that is used for training the machines. Now see, this is just to give you the basic information. We capture the different type of signals. We can, if you capture the signals from the brain, that is called EEG, electroencephalogram, right? EEG. If you capture the muscle movement, right, that is called EMG. If I am holding my hand or moving my hand like this, so some of my muscles are expanding and then shrinking. We can capture these signals. If the person is not having arm and he is given the prosthetic arm, now in that case we detect the muscle movement, right? And based on that, the prosthetic arm or limbs of that person moves. So in that case we uses EMG, electromyography. So this basically deals with the capturing the movement of muscles. In the same way, if you capture the heart signals with the help of sensors, we are capturing the heart signals. That is called ECG, electrocardiogram. So these kind of signals are basically detected and then transmitted to the remote location through the NIC, network interface cards, and then processed at somewhere, at some remote location. These are processed. This one shows that we are monitoring the patient remotely. A patient is wearing a sensor near his heart to check his respiratory rate. One sensor is there at his wrist and waist, and other is near the ankle. So the signals are being captured from his body, and through the different topologies, maybe Bluetooth or Zigbee or wireless LAN, these are being transferred to the remote location through the internet and being processed by somewhere. These are being seen by the family members, or these vitals are being seen by or monitored by the doctors, right? Or if a person needs the emergency help, even an emergency van can come to his location automatically. The person don't have to call uh, the emergency van, right? The van will automatically come to his location if he is suffering from some critical issues. So that basically help to monitor the patient. Uh, Adding more to this, now see, with the help of some biomarkers, as I discussed with you, because AI helps us to detect some diseases easily. I'm showing you some examples. Now see, if you if one develop the osteoarthritis, right? By the naked eye, by the physician, that cannot be determined with accuracy until the disease has occurred. But with MRI or with machine learning, before the osteoarthritis developed in a person, actually, you can detect that in advance. So maybe 2 years before or 3 years before, you will be able to detect that this person has developed some symptoms, and those symptoms can lead to the osteoarthritis. So this is the benefit of AI, because the physician can help you if the you have developed a disease, but the AI can help you before the disease develop. Based on your symptoms, it can tell you that you have a chance or this much probability of developing a particular disease. This is another example. uh, this shows the representation whether the person is suffering from cartilage. Now, see, with the naked eye, if a physician is given two images, he will not be able to detect, right? But a machine can better interpret than the human expert. And it can tell you that the person with having this image, on which this image is captured, this can the person can develop this disease in the 3 year down the line. And the probability is not there that this person will develop this disease in the coming 3 years. But with the naked eye, this cannot be determined. So these slides shows about that, because we can't discuss these things from the technology point of view, how these are detected, right? But this can be done with the help of machine learning or with the help of AI. Now there are some telemedicine and virtual health assistants also. Some kind of chatbots are already developed, or virtual nurses are there, which provide the patient personalized health advice. They can give medication reminders that this is the time to take the medicine. Symptom monitoring of the patient can be performed uh, from the remote location. And this will, in fact, help the patient who are suffering from some chronic disease. This shows a virtual assistant, a virtual nurse, a robot that is giving the instruction to the patient. This is another image that shows that a virtual assistant, a robot, is helping the doctor in performing operation. Now see, we can use AI in different applications, as we discussed in the beginning also. The AI can be used in surveillance, in defense as well. Some of the devices which are used are unmanned ground vehicles. This is unmanned ground vehicle, right? No need of a human being, right? So it automatically detects, and if it determines a opponent or enemy, it fires the bullet automatically. Same is the case with unmanned aerial vehicles. So this is the unmanned aerial vehicle, and it is fitted with a camera. It can capture the scene below it, and based on that, how it is trained, it can take the different actions. Now, target identification can be performed, like if you want to determine the enemy's vehicles, the enemy's personals, or any kind of installation on the enemy side, that can also be detected with the, or these UAVs can be sent to a location where human being cannot reach. That is the another advantage. Now, how it works? Let's check through this slide. See, uh, this robot is being used nowadays in army also. They can fire an object with more accuracy. Now you can see it's given. It can automatically capture the of the human being. Now see how smart these are. I'm quickly moving it and showing it to you something important. See, if the person is moving the robot, it automatically comes to its proper location, fire the target that is given. These are basically the objects. See, it can capture the weapon automatically and stand up if it is. And differentiate between the human being and the object also. See, the human being is standing in front of it, it will not fire. Or we can say it can determine the person to be fired. So these are the some of the applications that I have shown to you. Not all, because we were having very limited time, because AI has vast applications, and the applications of AI in every field are. You name a field, the AI application will be there in that field. So with this, I wind up this session, and if there is anything you want to ask, I have many things to ask from you, but yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible now.
Thing for any kind of queries, if it is there. Yes, any of the participant, because as we discussed, uh, there are many applications of AI in different areas. Some of applications we discussed. Anything the participants want to ask? Sir, can they unmute
Sir,
themselves?
yes, the participants can't unmute themselves. They have asked few questions through the chat. I was able to read one of the chat where student was asking that what is the extent of medical knowledge do they know, do they know for persisting or for continuing with the AI knowledge here? How much medical knowledge do they need to know?
Okay. See, as I have already discussed that whenever you train the machine, we need a set of data, right? And if we have large amount of data, then I was discussing that. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible now.
Was discussing that answering the question
Mhm.
that is asked by the student that in case of artificial intelligence,
Mhm.
we train the machine with data, right? And that data is given by the experts. Let's suppose if I take the example of plant diseases, right? And the machine don't know that if the color of the leaf is look like this, then it is suffering from this disease. That will be given. Yes. Have you got the answer right?
Sir, your voice got broken in the middle. You were giving an example
Let,
of the leaf, color of the leaf.
let me continue from
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir.
So if let's suppose a machine is trained to detect the disease of the plant from its leaves. Now, first of all, we have to train the machine with the data. That must be the accurate data, and that data is given by the domain experts. Whosoever is having the uh,
Ashok sir, I think there is some unfortunate, you are facing some unfortunate internet connection problem, I guess.
I'm getting disconnected again and again.
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
uh, network issue is there because examinations are going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some network challenges there. Have you got the answer,
So,
or shall I repeat?
somewhat, sir, somewhat. What I was able to also understand, I think the students were also able to understand that you was saying that the data is given by the domain expert, the people who are having the medical knowledge, the background from that, and then the same data is fed it to the system, the model, and the model is accordingly, react to the system, to the data provided by the domain expert. That is what you want to say, sir? Dear participants, let us wait a little bit till Ashok sir is able to reconnect again. And thank you for having this patience. Dear participants, I would like to tell you, unfortunately, there is some bigger network trouble is faced by Dr. Ashok, and that is why he is not able to, continue with the session again. I guess the questions you people are raising, I'm noting it down, and I will transfer it to him. And we'll also try to fetch another session with Dr. Ashok Kumar so that we can have further more discussion based on AI or other topics which he can guide you, or which he can, give some magical words towards a particular domain. So let us let us wait for some other sessions which we can conduct with Dr. Ashok, and hopefully with a better network connection in the future. Meanwhile, I would like to thank all of you, all the participants who have taken their time out from their schedule to join this session and to learn something about artificial intelligence and what are the founding pillars of artificial intelligence. Dr. Ashok notably have given so many applications and the domains where artificial intelligence could be applied. And as of now, we can also understand that there are unlimited possibilities for the application of artificial intelligence, and how much it is relevant and important to all of us, even the people who are belonging to computer application, and even the people who could be the end users. So users, the developers, as well as end users, both are going to be affected by the development of artificial intelligence. I hope everybody agrees with me, right? So based on this thing, I would really like to appreciate your presence, appreciate your active participation in this particular masterclass, and hopefully we are going to conduct more such masterclass in the future. And meanwhile, also, I would also like to thank my backend team who has supported us for creating or for bringing out such more masterclasses for all of you. And at the end, I would like to thank all the senior dignitaries, the head of the wing, the director of the Center of Distance and Online Education, for allowing us, or for letting us, for supporting us to conduct such kind of master classes and guest lecture for all of us, for all our learners and participants. So with these words, I would like to take your permission to end the session. All right. Okay, somebody has asked that can we share the soft copy? So Garba has asked us. So Garba, I would like to, first of all, I would ask Dr. Ashok if he can share it with you, so that from the feedback link and from the attendance link, we are having your email addresses. So if he's allowing us, so we'll share the soft copies with you, right? Thank you guys. Thank you for participating. Have a nice day.